Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. Today we'll be talking about some of the news topics from across Thailand. But before we start, a quick shout out to EC Markets. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever thought about trading in crypto, forex, metals, crude oil, indices, check out EC Markets. They've been in the market for 10 years. Invest at your own risk, but EC Market has the best tools to get you started. Today I'm going to start with our first story regarding, of course, Songkran, where our first story is quite unfortunate. A pickup truck plowed through into a Songkran crowd, injuring 12 people. A Songkran celebration in Sisake turned tragic when a pickup truck crashed into a roadside crowd, injuring 12 people, including 3 children aged 2, 6, and 9. Eyewitnesses say the truck was speeding and swerved into the group unexpectedly. The driver, a 45-year-old man, was arrested and is suspected of being intoxicated. Authorities are awaiting blood test results and have charged him with reckless driving causing injury. Video from the scene showed chaos as victims were thrown into the air, with bystanders rushing to help. Emergency teams responded swiftly, transporting the injured to a local hospital. 2 victims remain in critical condition. The incident highlights ongoing safety issues during Songkran. Obviously, with Songkran, there comes a lot of trouble, a lot of speeding, a lot of drinking, a lot of drink driving, and unfortunately, a lot of deaths. There's going to be a lot more stories regarding Songkran that are going to be coming out the next few days, and this one seems quite crazy because a lot of people just absolutely let loose in Thailand. People gather in crowds, people just come out with their families, and they're just dancing and singing and drinking, and a pickup truck just plowing into that huge crowd. I mean, I don't even know how you stop that or are even aware of that, because normally people are not expecting it. But Our next story, unfortunately, continues in this pathway as an update on the 7 dangerous days of Songkran. Thailand's Songkran holiday is again proving to be deadly, with 138 people killed and over 1,000 injured in the first 4 days of the 7 dangerous days of Songkran. Authorities reported more than 1,300 accidents, mostly involving motorcycles, with speeding and drunk driving cited as the leading causes. Chiang Rai and Songkhla saw the most crashes, while Bangkok reported the highest fatalities. Despite 1,800 police checkpoints and hundreds of thousands of traffic stops, violations remain widespread. Officials issued over 50,000 citations, many for not wearing helmets or lacking a driver's license, whilst the government continues to run annual road safety campaigns. Now, critics argue enforcement is still too lenient and preventative measures ineffective. The remaining days of Songkran remain high risk as people continue to travel. Even though some of the public holidays are over, people are still taking an extended holidays. Now, authorities are urging drivers to slow down and avoid alcohol, especially in rural areas where road conditions are poor and enforcement is less visible. The death toll is a grim reminder of the dangers hidden behind Thailand's most joyful celebration. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's only been 4 days. There are 3 days more left when people will be traveling back to their cities, back to work. So the number can only go high. I can only urge the public, if you are reading about this news, spread the news around, guys, because it's not just about, there are a lot of people who are drinking and driving and speeding and getting in trouble, but be aware that people are doing this. So if you are traveling, be safe out there, be vigilant. Don't mess with no pickup trucks. It's normally, I don't know why there's always a pickup truck involved for some reason, but you can't fix stupid, like Mojo says in the chat. It happens every year, and no matter how many police they deploy, you can't stop people from drinking. And I think it's more from a I think an education point of view as well. Like, we're not taught from a young age that guys do not drink and drive. The commercials that some of the Western countries or even have about drink driving, and the fear that people have, and the responsibility that they're taught from a younger age of not doing this. Unfortunately, it's not so visible here. But be safe out there for now. I'm going to move on to our next story regarding arrival cards. Now, there's been a lot of speculation regarding the digital arrival card to Thailand, and I've got an update for you. Now, Thailand is to require a digital arrival card submission before entry from May the 1st. Thailand will require all international travelers to submit a digital arrival card, ETM6, at least 3 days before entry. Now, this replaces the outdated paper TM6 form, aiming to streamline immigration and reduce airport congestion. Now, travelers must submit passport, flight, and accommodation info online via a new portal. The Immigration Bureau says the system will improve national security and speed up processing at checkpoints. However, concerns have been raised about digital access for older or less tech-savvy visitors, and to ease the transition, airport staff will be available to assist travelers. Tourism operators are being briefed to inform incoming guests ahead of time, and authorities say that this is part of Thailand's broader digital transformation in travel and public services. While it may take time for travelers to adjust, the ETM6 is expected to simplify procedures in the long run and enhance Thailand's appeal as a modern, tech-friendly destination. So there we go. No more paper forms. Do it digital instead. I don't know what happens if you can't finish it. What happens if you can't submit it 3 days before? Can you still submit it when you arrive? How will the people help you? I'm guessing if the people are able to help you, then you can submit it while you arrive, because unless you have a really responsible partner or someone in the family who's extremely organized, you'd have to, who does an arrival card 3 days before arriving to their holiday destination? You're supposed to be relaxed, aren't you? I don't know. I don't know how effective it is to do it 3 days before you travel, but there we go. That's the update so far. I'm pretty sure you're able to just do it online when you arrive. I don't think it's that big of an issue because the information doesn't change. It's either right or it's wrong. You either have a hotel or you don't. You either have a flight flying back or you don't. So, kind of makes sense, I guess. All right. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, those are some of the stories from across Thailand. I only have 3, but I have 2 more from around ASEAN. Let's have a quick look at Cambodia, as 500,000 people celebrated Khmer New Year in Phnom Penh, coinciding with the Thailand New Year. Phnom Penh came alive as nearly 500,000 people hit the streets to celebrate Khmer New Year 2025. The capital was transformed into a giant festival zone with road closures, cultural performances, water fights, and traditional games spread across landmarks like Wat Phnom and the Royal Palace. The 3-day event marked Cambodia's most important holiday, and this year saw a full return to pre-COVID celebration scale. Families reunited, tourists joined the fun, and the city was flooded with color, music, and dancing. Authorities deployed additional police and cleanup crews to ensure the event remained safe and well organized. No major incidents were reported, and the success of this year's festivities is seen as a positive sign for Cambodia's tourism sector, which continues to recover strongly. So there you go. Cambodia is doing well. Obviously, I'm pretty sure that Cambodia has also, unfortunately, had some, difficult times. Yeah, Myanmar and Laos also have similar celebrations, says Elliot. That's correct. I think Cambodia, I would say, is probably one of the most similar countries to Thailand. Would you say, Tan? Do you think Cambodia is the most similar to Thailand or Laos?
I think Lao.
Lao, right? Yeah. Even the language is like you can speak to Laotian people in Thai. All right, there we go. Lao, brothers and sisters, I guess. Yeah, Alpha Bravo says, we talk about the road death in Thailand. I realized that as well, Alpha. So I was looking through all the news topics in the morning today, and almost every news out, because we scour through all the Thai media to see what's going on, and yeah, a lot of the news is about speeding and road deaths in Thailand. And as I'm talking about Cambodia, they're just talking about the celebrations. And I believe last year or 2 years ago, when Songkran kind of came back, everyone was like, yeah, Songkran's a boom. And then right now we're only talking about deaths. But hey, I think so many deaths and so many incidents, 1,000 plus. I mean, that's something is what we should be talking about. It is a fun festival, and I think there's enough people posting about how fun it is. What people sometimes forget is how deadly Songkran is. So, unfortunate news, but yeah, it is what it is. For now, we're going to move on to our last story today regarding former Malaysian PM Abdullah Badawi laid to rest. Some sad news coming out of Malaysia. Now, Malaysia honored the life of former Prime Minister Tun Abdullah Ahmad Badawi, who was laid to rest at the National Heroes Mausoleum in Kuala Lumpur. Badawi, who died at 85 after battling dementia, served as Malaysia's fifth Prime Minister from 2003 to 2009. Known for his calm leadership and moderate Islamic stance, he championed anti-corruption, educational reform, and economic development during his tenure. His state funeral was attended by national leaders, royal family members, and foreign dignitaries. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim paid tribute, calling Badawi a man of principle and integrity. The public also joined in mourning, with thousands offering condolences at the National Mosque. Flags were flown at half-mast nationwide. Badawi's passing marks the end of an era and a legacy that emphasized humility, unity, and governance rooted in moral values. So yeah, there we go. Some sad news coming out of Malaysia, but that's an update for you. Yeah, our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are some of the stories from across Thailand and ASEAN. You can find a lot more stories on thetiger.com and ASEANnow.com where you can even join into the conversation. We'll have a lot more updated stories for you tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, today it was a little bit of a speedy show because of one Alexi Latour. But I'm just kidding. Yeah, but we will have more information for you. For now, I'd like to get into the chat and have a chat with the viewers. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have any information regarding the last 4 days, guys, please give it up.